while the UP government has plans to inaugurate the much-hailed River Airport, the existing high-profile airports, the one that Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath is boasting about in Singapore, they have also come under the scanner. The existing high-profile airports across the state have been left deserted. They were touted as aviation hubs, which would redefine air travel in India. But what it has turned out to be that they have become ghost airports. No takers for those airports. 7 airports were started, much fanfare as well under the centre's flagship Udaan scheme. But under, just about several years down the line, multiple airports in UP, 6 out of the 7 airports that have been inaugurated see no passengers and no flights as well. So what's exactly happening? Where was the money spent? Why was a strategic decision taken to put airports and to get them started in areas like these when there are no takers? This is a detailed, eye-opening report.
BJP's double-engine government could be in the dock. What started as a new era of aviation in Uttar Pradesh has sadly been grounded. Here is a stunning RTI reveal exposed in reply from the Airports Authority of India. The RTI input reveals that out of the 7 brand new airports in the state which started commercial flights in 2021, 6 of them no longer run flights. Only the Ayodhya airport remains viable for flights. India Today has highlighted the situation in Azamgarh, Aligarh, Muradabad, Kushinagar and Chitrakoot airports. Hundreds of crores spent on these airports to boost regional connectivity in waste as these airports stand as mere showpieces. Inaugurated in March 2024, the airport operations were shut down abruptly. Airline operators withdrew due to technical objections and low visibility requirements. Now, only non-scheduled and chartered flights are operational at the airport. The Aligarh airport was upgraded under the Udaan scheme with over 100 crores, is now unable to attract major airline operators. The airport remains non-operational for commercial flights since April 2025. Now, this airport is primarily being used for training.
19 दिसंबर 2024 को बंद कर दिया गया था। उसके बाद से स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ आम आदमी के लिए। केवल ट्रेनिंग पर्पस से जो वहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग दिया जाता है वही अभी चल रहा है।
Touted as a game changer for the brass industry, regular flights to Muradabad airport lasted only a few months. Traders now wait for the promised connectivity that remains stuck on the ground.
व्यापारिक दृष्टि से मुरादाबाद एक्सपोर्ट हब है, तो यहाँ से व्यापारियों के लिए बहुत बड़ी सहूलियत थी कि यहाँ से एयरपोर्ट शुरू हो गया था, लेकिन उसके बाद अब फ्लाइट्स ना मिल पाने की वजह से कहीं ना कहीं व्यापार को भी इसमें बड़ा दिक्कतों का सामना करना पड़ रहा है।
Launched in 2021 to link Buddhist pilgrimage sites, operations shut down shortly after the launch.
एयरपोर्ट बंद होने के कारण से बहुत से जो श्रद्धालु हैं वो कुशीनगर नहीं आ पाते क्योंकि उनके पास विकल्प की कोई व्यवस्था नहीं है।
Despite the high-profile inauguration by the Yogi government to boost regional connectivity in Bundelkhand, the Chitrakoot airport remains non-functional for commercial travel for the past 14 months. The grounded airports have sparked a political blame game.
ये इन्होंने केवल अपने आंकड़े प्रस्तुत करने के लिए जल्दबाजी में इन्होंने एयरपोर्ट्स प्राइवेट बना दिए। बहुत अच्छा प्रस्ताव, बहुत अच्छा था। एयरपोर्ट्स बनते, उत्तर प्रदेश की बेहतर कनेक्टिविटी होती, पर सरकार के पास कोई रोड मैप नहीं था।
So has the centre's much touted Udaan scheme, which aims to fly the Aam Aadmi, been grounded when it comes to Uttar Pradesh?
Though when we spoke to the airport authorities from the district magistrates from the district levels, they clarified there are some technical problems, or some said that the operations will be beginning very soon. But the question is, the taxpayers' money which is being spent in the construction of these airports, making tall claims, is it a lie or what? With cameraman Gaurav Gupta, Samarth Srivastava for India Today.
All right, let's cut across to Samarth Srivastava now for more on this. Samarth, 7 airports we looked at. This is an RTI that was filed by a colleague of ours here at India Today. And what we found was that 6 of them now do not function anymore after having spent crores and crores on building these airports. They are just not functional because A, there is no footfall, and when, as your story indicates, the footfall is not happening because there isn't enough connectivity either. So at the moment, I'm trying to think of even a place like Muradabad, such an import-export hub. Muradabad, and we know of so many people from Muradabad who fly into Delhi constantly to take their flights. So what exactly happened here? What is the ground sense that you're picking up of why there wasn't enough footfall at these places?
See, it's a big drawback what happened with the public of these districts especially. They were shown dreams, made tall claims by the government, but nothing happened on the ground because we see in our ground report we have covered almost 5 to 6 districts including Azamgarh, Chitrakoot, Shravasti, Kushinagar, Aligarh, Muradabad, and all of these districts have one thing very common. Number one was the footfall. The footfall of the passengers were low. Secondly, many had some technical issues, technical glitches, while some are still operational for the VIP flights or some chopper flights, for some VIP movement, but there isn't any passenger flight moving across from those particular airports. And when such announcements were made, tall claims were made by the government, it was clearly said that yes, it will be the backbone of Muradabad, it will be the backbone of Azamgarh, because Azamgarh, if you talk about, it's the region in Purvanchal, and apart from Varanasi, there isn't any much airport, Prayagraj, so Purvanchal comes around Azamgarh, and that could have been a big backbone for that particular district as well. But if you talk about Muradabad, that you were referring here, is a big hub for the trade. If the airport was running, that could have been a major gain for the district. At a time when government talks about ODOP, one district, one product, these airports, if functional, could have been a major gain situation for those particular districts. So India Today report clearly says the infrastructure is well made, the preparations were well made, and the entire thing was good. But what was not operational was the flight. What was not there for the footfall. What was not there was the planning. And that's why these airports are suffering despite having a great infrastructure, having a lot of money invested in those airports, having crores of money, the taxpayers' money, but nothing on the ground, no flights whatsoever, no passengers whatsoever, and no trade whatsoever. Back to you.
But this is not the complete picture. Let's bring our audiences up to speed with another aspect of what's unfolding in UP.